Well, good morning, adventurers. Adventures in the land of the light. Into the light we go today. Into the peace we feel our unity with all life today. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. It makes a huge difference, as Sarah and I were just talking. There's a global meditation this morning, and thousands of people are coming onto that. So I don't have the info on it. So, but just check your computers or whatever you would do. And Sarah and Tara will know too. Anyway, I'm so glad that you're here. I have some things just to start us out on, and then we're going to look at how dang creative we can be. I mean, it says, as the Bible says, as the scripture says, we are made in the image of God, right? Now, God is creator, all right? Now, if we're made in the image of creator, that means we are many creators because we're in the same image of the creator. Does that make sense? So we have a beautiful reading about that part of us, my dears, that we can kickstart maybe today in this stream this morning. Yay, Lori, Narayanji, welcome. Yeah, so I'm going to start you out with this is from a group called Experience Your Divine Love and Light World Within You. Experience your divine love and light world within you. What? Experience your divine love and light. It's almost like a mantra. I experience my divine love and light within me. Yeah, I just changed it. I experience divine love and light in the world within me. Wow. And so it's just a simple little reading. It says, "Be still," he said to me. "All is part of your destiny, unchanging and unfolding, beautiful and beholding. Have no fear, my dears," I will add. Have no fear, my dears. He reassures me. All is well in your little world. All is well in your little world. Sure, if I experience divine love and light in the world within me, I'm doing well. I'm doing real good, my dears. And as we often say, as I am, you are, as I am, the world is. Wow. So have no fear, he reassures me. All is well in your little world. In a world of change, one changes, right? And you've been going through so many changes. There was a song way back in my day. I've been going through so many changes. Some of the lyrics were. Yeah, well, we live in a world of change, so it makes sense that we're going through a lot of changes, my dear. In a world of chaos, one needs to rearrange. In a world of chaos, we need to rearrange because we're in a world of change. All right. So let's rearrange whatever is needed. And what's needed is that we need the source more than ever. I mean, if we run out of food, if we run out of life force, we're going to definitely, I hope, be calling on source. But let's call them when we're still able to talk and walk and eat and everything else. Okay, so be easy on yourself. This goes on to say, he mentions to me, be easy. Be easy on yourself, my dears. He mentions to me, the world does not always need your help. Sometimes one suffers, sometimes one sits on a shelf. Be kind, I am told. All the beauty you behold, you freely share with all that care to be there. Be kind, I am told. All the beauty you behold, you freely share with all that care to be there. It is in this silence, this lack of fear, the understanding of the universe when love is near, the understanding of the universe when love is near, the kindness in one's hearts is allowed free reign Our kindness has free reign to reign. Two uses of the word, to reign. And earthly matters fade when we reign from our domain. We're allowed free reign, so earthly matters fade from one's domain. Isn't that sweet? I don't know. There's just something sweet about it. And then there's a little thing at the end here where it says, it's a little, prayer it gives to us. This divine love, this world of divine love and light within us, in the world within us. It says, deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Kathleen, I'll go through each of your names. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Kathleen. Deep peace of the flowing air to you, Cammy. Deep peace of the flowing air to you, Cammy. Deep peace by the wide sky to you, Ellen. Deep peace to the wide sky to you, Ellen. And deep peace of the gentle night to you, Laurie. Deep peace of the gentle night to you, Laurie. And deep peace within your heart to you, Sarah. Deep peace within your heart to you, Sarah. And I'm looking for Lisa and Jim because they're always on. And we'll just give them some of that if you want to share your deep peace, Sarah. And deep peace to Lisa and Jim and their new puppy dog, Milo. All right. So that takes us right into our main reading for today, which is, as I briefly mentioned to you, this is called the awakening of the creative consciousness. The awakening of the creative consciousness by a fellow named Jason Gray. Yeah, not just a fellow, but a divine being having a divine experience. Yeah. The awakening of the creative. This is something you can sit back in, my dears, and just let absorb into your 27,000 trillion cells that are all capable of cosmic consciousness. Each one of your cells is cosmic consciousness, says Paramahansa Yogananda. Just in case you haven't felt that for a while, that each one of your 27,000 cells are capable of cosmic consciousness. And of those 27,000 million cells, let's see if we can get some smiling faces on there, like little emoji. All right. Each one smiling up this morning as we learn about or resetting for ourselves the fact that we are many creators. We are many creators. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will open. Have the desire for, and your heart pure, and your mind on the divine, and thou shalt obtain that. The universe is ready and willing to give you everything that you are because you are the universe. All right? You're everything in the universe and beyond the universe. You're everything. You are immortal. There's no part of earth life in that immortality that you're going to experience, right? There is no coming and goings and births and deaths. Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. Before I start that, I did have something on death, and I need to read it to you, okay? Since I'm talking along these lines. This is called death. Death is not real, even in the relative sense. It is but birth to the new life. It's but birth to the new life, and you shall go on and on and on to higher and still higher planes of life for oceans upon aeons of time. For aeons upon aeons of time. We shall go on higher and higher and still higher planes of life for aeons upon aeons of time. The universe is your home, and you shall explore its farthest recesses before the end of time. You are dwelling in the infinite mind of the all. You are dwelling in the infinite mind of the all. And your responsibilities and opportunities are infinite. And your possibilities and opportunities are infinite, both in time and space. I don't know about you all, but I need a good brainwashing every single cotton picking day, every moment, every breath I take. A good brainwashing. My one person in my family used to think you're just getting brainwashed in this all this spiritual stuff that you're into. And I said, exactly right. I'm washing myself clean of all the illusions and all the delusions and all the false things that I tell myself and all the things that I believe that aren't even real. They're just a dream. Yeah, you bet. You bet I'm getting brainwashed. So anyway, isn't that a beautiful thing on death? Wow. So back to Jason. Back to Jason, my dears. Let me see if I can find Jason. Yeah, Jason Gray, The Awakening of Creative Consciousness. Here we go. You ready? I don't know. This is a long one, but I usually will give you the written copy and we don't finish it. All right. I send it to you. There are a lot of emails coming in from me every day. All right. Okay. There comes a moment, he starts out, in the life of a species, and you could say we're a species, right? When it must decide what it truly worships. Hmm. Well, I still worship coffee every now and then. I worship my dogs, I have to admit. But there's different relativities of worship, right, my dears? There's different ways that we can look at what he just said. There comes a moment in the life of a species when it must decide what it truly worships. But I think at my core, if I were to die today, I would say it's God. God is my worship and has been for many, 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 many years. So for centuries, humanity bowed quietly, unconsciously at the altar of, here's what most of us worship for many, many, what did he say, centuries? Humanity bowed quietly, unconsciously at the altar of accumulation. Yeah, just look in your garage. Now I'm talking about myself. On the altar of accumulation, we were worshiping, not out of evil, though, dears, but out of forgetting. We just plain forget why we're here, right? We get caught up. There's a lot of distractions in town. There's a lot of good movies to go see, right? There's sports. There's conflict. There's the news, right? Today's news. Breaking news, everybody. More breaking hearts today. So it's not out of evil that we worship on the altar of accumulation, but out of forgetting. The world became a mirror of this amnesia. Towers of glass. The world became this accumulation. Towers of glass, oceans of data, currencies of value that could be counted, traded, hoarded, but never felt. We mistook possession for purpose. We mistook possession for purpose. Gotta get the paycheck, gotta pay the bills, right? I need a car and maybe even a second home. I don't know, but we mistook possession for purpose, and we mistook speed for progress. Mm. We mistook noise for meaning, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, something sacred went silent within us. Something sacred went silent within us, slowly and almost imperceptibly. Ooh, wonder what that sacred, something sacred went silent within us. What do you think it is, my dears? I bet you could guess. Not dead, not didn't die within us, never dead, just waiting. Something sacred, silent within it, just waiting. Then something began to stir, not in governments, not in institutions, in people, in you and me, darlings, in you and me. Something started to stir. I remember it was in college mostly. Yeah, I think my first year, or no, the second year mostly. Yeah, it stirred big time. That's when I discovered the autobiography of the yogi that calls in 1968 or 9, when I found Yogananda. Then something began to stir, not in governments, not in institutions, in people, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, Maureen, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the moments where distraction failed. You get a hint of what that sacred secret that went silent within you is. In the moments where distraction failed and the unease that no purchase could resolve, you go to the mall, you buy some stuff, something's on sale, you come back and you're really excited. You might try everything on, to put them in your closet, wear something of that day, but nothing was resolved that really mattered. It was not an idea. It was a presence. Okay, so the sacred thing that went silent within us is what I call the eternal now loving presence. Jason just calls it presence. And then he says, it's not just presence, it's a field. Just check science, quantum field. It's a field that went silent. A remembering as you started to wake up in that sacred, silent, still essence of yours, or the field started to talk to you, send messages to you in your dreams. You get the same language from people that you get the same thing that's resonating in you to check this thing out, this thing that's been hiding within you, right? Sacred. And then people start talking about it. And then you might find a teacher, you might start to check it out. Who knows? But he'll probably get into that. It's a field of remembering, creative intelligence. It's not an invention of any kind, my dears. It's not a system. It's not something new. It has always been there. It's always been here. It's always been you, darling. Just you. Just you. Oh, man. Yogananda's got a new publication from just a publication out called Solving the Mystery of Life. It's quite good. You want to check it out from Self-Realization Fellowship. It's quite good. Tells stories, all kinds of cool stuff. He's real in it, but it's much like, you'll get all the creative intelligence coming from him in this book, Solving the Mysteries of Life. It's beautiful. It had always been there, beneath the noise, beneath the conditioning, beneath the endless performance of becoming something we were never meant to be. The endless reruns, the reruns, the endless performances, and then the reruns of our endless performances becoming something we were never meant to be, my dears, right? Yeah. Creative intelligence is what you are before you are told what you are by a master, let's say, or by an intuition, or by something sacred that happened, right? Or or a tragedy in your life, and you just cried your heart out to God, and the only solution that came was His presence or her presence. The only thing that made you help you get through it was the divine presence. So creative intelligence is what you are before you are told who you are or what you are. It is the original signal, the first impulse, the unfiltered expression of existence exploring itself through you. The universe exploring itself through you, darling. You didn't even know it. We didn't even know it. We're the universe, right? The unfiltered expression of existence exploring itself through us. And when it awakens, it does not ask for permission. It will not ask for your permission. Can I take you over now? Can I enter your world already of divine love and light? We started there, right? And we'll keep expanding that. Can we enter your world now? This divine loving presence. It does not ask for permission. So you can say no, and it's still going to help you to remember who you are. It rearranges everything. At first, the awakening is subtle, a questioning you cannot ignore, a pull towards something you cannot explain, a quiet rebellion against a life that suddenly feels borrowed, a rebellion against a life that suddenly feels borrowed. You begin to notice that the things you were told would fulfill you do not. That's exactly why I started getting interested not only to study Yogananda's teachings, but to possibly enter into his ashram, which I did. I left the country club kind of life because I was told it would fulfill me, but it did not. That the past you were given do not fit you. That the identity you built feels like a costume worn too long. We're so in the same boat, my dears. We're just so, luckily we're rolling together, Lori. Lisa, Kathleen, and Cammy, Ellen, Sarah. I do think Lisa and Jim, they peeked their heads in for a bit. I saw them. They peeked their heads in. That the identity we built feels like a costume worn too long, then something even more unsettling. You begin to feel again. Not surface level emotion either. Not reaction, but depth. You start to feel deeper again. You actually went beneath all your wants and desires and this next fling or binge or whatever you're going to do, right? You went deeper. And you went into the depths to explore because it's just this haunting calling from a mysterious place that you just can't leave. You have to explore it. A living current moving through you. A living current moving through you, asking to be expressed. Not monetized, not optimized, not packaged, but expressed. This is where most turn back because expression requires risk, right? And risk requires truth, right? And truth dissolves illusion, right? For those who continue, everything changes. You stop asking, how can I succeed? You begin asking, what is trying to move through me? You stop asking, what can I succeed? How can I succeed? And you begin asking, what is trying to move through me? Does this make sense, y'all? I lived in Peachtree City, Georgia for a while. They come by and see my girls, Opie and Hap, my doodles. And they go, I love your dog. Your dog. They call it dog. I love your dog. Your dog's so pretty. I love your dog. You begin asking, what is trying to move through me? You stop chasing validation, right? And start listening for resonance. This feels right. So I'm going to follow it. It feels right. I resonate with it. So we stop chasing validation and we start listening for resonance, my dears. We stop performing identity and start becoming presence. Woohoo! You ready to stop performing, my dears? Right? That you're something else. You all got another identity of some kind. Just put on different personalities, actually. We have many of those. But maybe we're done performing identity and they're starting to enjoy this presence. Creative intelligence does not reward imitation. So we're not imitators. We're not trying to be like anyone else. We're trying to be this, whatever this mysterious, we're going to solve the mystery of life. As now this book is called Solving the Mystery of Life. We're solving the mystery of life because we know that there's depth. There's depth within you. There's depth within me. So creative intelligence does not reward imitation. It responds only to authenticity, which all of you have. I can tell. It does not care about your credentials, so you don't have to pull out your wallet or show all your certifications. It does not measure your worth in output. Wow, look at all the things you've done. Wow. Right? It doesn't measure your worth in output. It does not operate on scarcity either. It flows where it is allowed, and where it flows, life reorganizes. So there, where we let it flow, we let it go, we let it flow, then life will reorganize itself on its own, my dears. People who awaken to it begin to create, not for survival, but for alignment, because we're creators. Something new is ready to come out of you today, my dear. Something new, all improved. You never even heard it yourself. Right? This is why I stopped, having a planned sermon, years and years and years, and often serving the ministry there and this and that. And I let the notes go because what I liked and enjoyed the most was that I'd be giving the sermon and then just blown away by what came through, right? And it was new. It was new. It was like, wow, I could never have planned that. You know what I'm saying, my dears? You know exactly what we're talking about this morning. It flows where it is allowed, and where it flows, life reorganizes. People who awaken to it begin to create, not for survival, but for alignment. Art becomes transmission. You transmit your uniqueness, You transmit this art of the heart, right? That the word art is in the word heart. You know that. And so you start to transmit from the heart the art that you are so totally, absolutely, amazingly unique, one of a kind. Music becomes memory, writing becomes revelation. So your music will remind you of all those beautiful songs that you used to, bring back some, some memories from your days of yore. Work becomes offering. You're no longer, work is not in the divine vocabulary. I make that little quote. Work is not in the divine vocabulary, my dear. They'll never tell you up there, when you go up there, we're going to put you to work. We're going to blow your mind with what you're going to love to offer to do. It's going to blow your mind. No longer extracting from the self, but emerging from it. So you're not going to extract from the little self, but you're going to emerge from it like a caterpillar to a butterfly. Something extraordinary begins to happen when one person stops imitating. Others remember that they can too. Isn't this a great post? This is how awakening spreads. not through force, not through persuasion, through recognition of frequency beating itself across different forms. Communities begin to change. Competition loses its grip. There's no competition in originality because everything is original. Everything is in the now. Comparison dissolves. No one else can be what you are. Collaboration emerges, not as strategy, but as inevitability. Ideas are shared freely. Resources move where they are needed. This is much the 5D New Earth consciousness, isn't it? Resources move where they are needed. Support becomes natural, not transactional. When people are connected to creative intelligence, they are no longer operating from lack, they're operating from source. You better believe it. How else can we really operate, right? If we're going to be real, if we're going to be real and true blue to the reality. We're operating from source. Education transforms us now, not by adding more information, but by removing what suppresses expression. That's beautiful life about education, not by adding more information, what we've been told, this is what they said, and them said, this and that. So what the experts say, but by removing what suppresses that unique originality expressing through you, my dears. Children are no longer trained to conform, they are guided to explore. Instead of conforming, they explore, to question, to feel, to build, to imagine without purpose. The goal is no longer to produce workers. It is to awaken creators. When a generation grows up knowing that their value is not in what they can accumulate, but in what they can bring into existence, the entire trajectory of humanity shifts. Wow. When a generation grows up knowing that their value is not in what they can accumulate, but in what they can bring into existence, the entire trajectory of humanity shifts. What are we bringing into existence today? Oh, my, it's a surprise. Creative intelligence is not human, thank God. It is universal, yay. It moves through force as growth, through rivers as flow, through stars as ignition, through you as creation, my dears. When humanity aligns with it, no longer stands apart from nature. When humanity aligns with it, it no longer stands apart from nature. It participates in nature. Extraction becomes stewardship. Consumption becomes relationship. So extraction, instead of making just, wrecking our world, one way to put it mildly, extraction becomes steward. We're stewards. We're stewards of this sacred experience of expressing the reality that we are and everything is. Consumption becomes a relationship. Progress becomes harmony, and for the first time in a long time, the world begins to feel alive again. This is the great return, my dears. Can you feel it in this stream this morning? I ain't going to stop. Not the past, not to the, this is a great return, not to the past, but to what was always underneath it. A remembering so deep it cannot be taught, only activated. And once activated, you cannot unsee it. You begin to recognize the illusion for what it is, a system built on the belief that you are separate from your own source. And once that belief collapses, that we're separate from our own source, this is huge. This is huge. So does everything built on top of it. Then we can build. Once the old belief that we're separate from our source. Once we collapse it, then everything new is built on top of it. What replaces it is not chaos, it is clarity. A life no longer driven by accumulation, but by expression. No longer defined by status, but by depth. Man, I love this person. I love you all because you have such depth. You're so rooted. You're so crystal clear, crystal clarity as well. It's clarity what replaces chaos. A life no longer driven by accumulation, but by expression, deep expression, no longer defined by status, but by depth, quiet tone, but no longer defined by status, but by depth, no longer measured in what is owned, but in what is created, shared, and felt. Isn't that beautiful, Lori? In what we create, share, we love, we care, we share, right? Isn't this so beautiful this morning, my dears? I don't know if it's me. And I had allergies when I was in Georgia. I had allergies when I was in California. And boy, do I got some new kinds of allergies here in the Ashland. But look at, I'm talking away. I haven't had to blow my nose or cough. Anyway, I don't know why I got sidetracked on that. Yeah, no longer measured by what is owned, but in what is created, shared, and felt. Oh, I know. By not by what we've owned, but what we've created, shared, and felt. Created, shared, and felt, Sarah. You really picked a good stream and come online today, Sarah. Creative intelligence is not coming to save humanity, dears. It's waking up humanity through you. That's why I come online every time, every day, right? That's why I miss you when you ain't here, to be honest. But that doesn't mean you have to come. But this is why we're here. Creative intel no longer, yeah, creative intelligence is not coming to save humanity. It's waking up humanity through you, through your voice, my dears, through your choices, through your willingness to stop pretending and start expressing. The awakening of creative consciousness is not a future event. It's a present invitation. Dang, I love this screen. It asks only one thing. You ready? Will you continue to live as a reflection of the world, or will you become the source of something the world has never seen before? Woohoo! Kathleen, you're all over it. Tammy, you're all over it. Ellen, you are it. Lori, it's you. Sarah, it's you. Ellen, it's you. It's us. We answer that question. We will become the source of something the world has never seen before. The moment you choose the latter, like something the world has never seen before, you are no longer searching for purpose. You are embodying purpose. Wow. Moment you choose something the world has never seen before is coming through me. You are no longer searching for purpose. You are embodying it. In that embodiment, my dear, you do not change your life. Remember, we're living in a world of change. In the embodiment of your soul purpose, I'm adding soul purpose, you do not change your life. You change the field that you live in and are itself. You change the field of dreams. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day, so much love. Day after day, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. Day after day. Anyway, I wrote that song. It just came to me on the spot. Johnny on the spot. Thank you. You all made it. You're still sitting here, so I won't keep you any longer. But boy, woman, oh woman, man, oh man, Divine Mother, Holy Ones, Holy Spirit. Yeah, people all over there you go. Sarah's got that information about the global meditation today. But you know what, my dear, you being unique, you being a true original, right? You being like no one else can be today, that takes care. You're in that meditation wherever you are. You don't have to show up to it necessarily. You're a part of it. We're a part of each other's lives. We're entrained with each other's lives. We are one with each other's life. There's yourself is everybody, and everyone is a divine friend. All right. So rub your hands together, my dears. And if you wanna, you can come on. There is Kathleen. She's rubbing away. She's feeling the juice. She's feeling it, man. And woman, cats and dogs. The soul rainbow tribe has just been set loose. Inhale. Oh, beautiful, my dears. And let's go one more time, just so you can feel the wind beneath your sail, the wind beneath the sail, and you're sailing, dears. The wind of spirit. Oh, let's do our divine mantra. We love, we see. That's why we have the God glasses on, because we can only have that heart vision that sees through the heart when we have our mind aligned with the divine. So we love, and that gives us the ability to absolutely care, starting with ourselves, monitoring ourselves, being the boss, the sovereign leader, authority of ourselves, so that we can shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it. Don't matter who, what, everything is you. So shine you into you so you can expand and really know that you are everything, everyone, everywhere, my dears. All right. Well, I think I've said enough, but man, did I have a good time today. And it's all because you guys are here, and we have a tribe. That's what it is. So I'm gonna just turn on if Sarah has something to say to the group about maybe where that thing is. So I got my volume up, my dears, and if some of you want to ask Sarah where she got that info.
So it's all over the internet. Just search for the great synchronization.
Okay.
I have not I'm not really clear on the times because I'm getting mixed messages from Spain and from, for their
Um,
times, and I'm not
it's
sure
great.
how daylight savings time is working all over the world. I just don't know that stuff.
Yeah, the
So
equinox. The equinox is
so at any rate, give it a go. See if you can find something with a North American perspective, and it may give you the correct time. I think I have it right, but I'm not
Oh,
positive.
you
So
you're
at any
good.
rate, and
You
and the idea is to get together and just spend 5 minutes connecting with people all over the world, repeating peace, love, unity, respect.
well,
That's it.
I went over on the stream and we spent 40 minutes doing just that.
Yeah, I know we did.
All
You're,
right, so
you're
we got a head
absolutely right.
start.
It
We got
it
a
may be a little redundant for us
no,
this
that's all right.
morning, but you can never have too much.
All right. The great synchronization, everybody. Yeah, we'll keep, thank you so much. I feel it already. Let's start. I don't know about you, but I'm starting when I'm done cleaning up my little finger.
You are it.
Well, it takes one to know one. Ha ha ha. It takes one to know one, my dear. All right. Thank you. So wonderful to see you. We got Lynn on there. She's a little scarce these days too, but she came on. And it just makes the heart grow fonder. So this is just so beautiful. It's a win-win life. Come on, let's face it. All right. Have fun, my dears. Enjoy. I'll see you in the global great synchronization forever. Woo-hoo! Yeah, we're not going backwards. All right. Love you all. Thank you, Kathleen. Always here, always here. Much love for you, my dears. Aho. Namaste. Love y'all.